before I address the rest of us. Brothers and sisters and friends, this governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosu, is typical of the sort of leaders Nigeria is yearning for today. And I want to thank you for demonstrating your commitment to God as a Muslim. And I commend you for the following reasons. Number one, you are a Muslim governor, not a governor of Muslims. What is the difference? You are a committed follower of God by your conviction as a Muslim. But here, you have invited Christians and Muslims to come and celebrate together. You know, what you've done reminds me, as a student of Islam, what the early Muslim leaders actually used to do. Whenever there was a governor, he ministered to all. And the Arabs coined a phrase which goes like this: Lahum ma la'ana wa alayhi ma alayna. That is, what belongs to you belongs to us. Governor Amosu belongs to Muslims, belongs to Christians, and even traditional worshippers. So those who belong to your state, who belong to a different religion from yours, a different political party from yours, even a different ethnic tribe from yours, you've gathered all together, demonstrating your belief in the oneness of humanity. We thank you. Now, as a Muslim, we expect you to govern in obedience to the Constitution of this country, however, according to your religious conviction. And I'm saying this because, unlike what some of us who wear the religious garb teach, and I will prove that very quickly, whether it is in the Quran and Hadith or in the Bible, leadership is the same. In the Quran and Hadith and the Bible, leaders are called to be fair. Leaders are called to be just. And leaders are called to be fair to everybody, to make sure that they serve their people. And so, you are called, according to this hadith, to seek the welfare and guide your subjects towards the good. He knows that. Every Muslim who is here knows that he or she is called to seek the welfare and guide the subjects towards the good. You find exactly the same thing in the book of Prophet Ezekiel chapter 34 and St. John's Gospel chapter 10, the parable of the Good Shepherd. Your scriptures, Christians and Muslims, call on leaders to be just. I wish I knew the Yoruba word for just. Leaders are called to be just. You look at Exodus 23 and you look at the 5th chapter of the Quran, verse 8. And because our governor is Muslim, I want to remind you that in that chapter, verse 8, the chapter of the table, you are commanded to be just. Idelu wa ittakullahu. Be just and fear God. That's what the Quran says. It's a command. You look at the Bible, you find exactly the same thing. In Deuteronomy chapter 16, verses 18 to 20, the leader is called to be just and to fear God. Your Excellency, I want to also remind you that you are here on trust. Your people voted for you. And when you get home, look at chapter 8 of your Quran, Suratul Al-Infal. It also tells you not to betray the trust of God and the apostle, nor misappropriate. If we continue like this, I will make you all sleep here tonight. Trust, Your Excellency. And what I say to him, I say to all Christians who are in leadership position. Betray not the trust of God and the apostle, nor misappropriate knowingly things entrusted to you. Since you invited me, I've been reading all about your state. And I stand here to say, so far, I have not seen anything that will make me to be ashamed or to regret accepting this. Finally, Your Excellency, you are called to be a promise keeper. O ye who believe, fulfill all obligations. And of course, Matthew chapter 5 verse 37, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Finally, my dear Governor, you come from a part of this country where you work together in groups. And because you work together in groups, there is always that temptation for you to always look and see if you are satisfying an individual. It happens in many parts of the world. Some of us, when we are given position of authority, we believe it is a man we are serving. Let me remind you, Your Excellency, when the prophet suddenly died, there was confusion everywhere. And Umar, who became the second caliph, he had his gun with him. And anybody who said the prophet was dead, he shot. He said, don't say so, the prophet has not died. And Abu Bakr, who eventually became the first caliph, got up. This is a hadith, it actually happened. He said, "O people, lo, as for him who worshipped Muhammad, Muhammad is dead. But as for him who worships Allah, Allah is alive and does not die." And then he follows with Suratul Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 144. He says, Muhammad is no more than an apostle. And indeed, many apostles have passed away before him. Allah will reward those who are thankful. Your Excellency, God has put you here, not man. Don't look up to any man to please any man. Even if your colleagues decide to please a man, know that as a believer, you are accountable to God, and God will not disappoint you. To all of you, Christians and Muslims, as you all know, I come from the north. I'm of the Nupe tribe. In the north, you see Christians, when they look at Muslims, they say they are non-believers. Muslims, when they look at Christians, they say they are polytheists, kafirun, hypocrites. I want to sound a note of warning. And this is what is killing Nigeria today. Caliph Ali the fourth caliph,